Salam alaikum. My name is Davide Secondi. I'm Italian, and here in Saudi, I'm the national team coach for shotgun, and I work for the Saudi Arabia Shooting Federation. How I came here in Saudi Arabia? Wow. At the beginning, I thought it was a joke because I received a contact request by email and it was completely unexpected. Then I replied, then I realized that it was a real contact. And I started talking with some guys inside the Saudi Olympic Committee. They asked me many things about my past, my experience in shooting, my knowledge, the opportunity to come here in Saudi to train the national team. At the last call, they told me, we would like to have you here in Saudi, and this is our proposal. I thought a lot about this because, to be honest, being an Italian, living in Italy, and receiving a job offer coming from Saudi Arabia, that time really, I didn't know exactly where Saudi Arabia were located in the world. But I like the challenge. I like to change often my life and try to do something better every time, and I decided to accept the proposal. And in 2017, I landed here in Saudi Arabia. How I tried to obtain information about Saudi Arabia at the time? Oh, everywhere. I went to libraries, I look on the web, but honestly, I didn't find a lot because at that time, Saudi was not open to the tourism like now. I found only general information about the capital, about other big cities like Jeddah, Dammam, and so on, but nothing really related to the culture, related to the habits, related to the food, and so on. What I found is that here in Saudi the culture is really much similar to Italy. All Saudis are friendly. As soon as they realized that I was Italian, I was here to work, I was happy to be here. They hugged me. They started to introduce me to other people. They started to invite me to their parties, to their celebrations. And so I started living a normal life.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Zegan Sadia Sekondi. Je suis de nationalité algérienne. Alors, on s'est rencontrés, moi et mon mari, à la Coupe du Monde qui a eu lieu en Italie en mois d'avril 2022. Et c'est là où il y a eu notre connexion. Et c'était suite à une panne des mécanismes de mon fusil. Et d'où lui, il m'a apporté de l'aide.
Being there with my expertise and thanks to her coach that was not able to fix her problems, then there was a lightning. And we met, we started talking, and after a long time, 3 days, I asked her to marry me.
Si, ça a été le premier point en commun, c'était la passion pour le tir au fusil. C'est une grande passion pour moi et pour lui autant. Et c'était notre premier point en commun qui nous a unis. Et vers la suite, j'ai découvert qu'on avait beaucoup d'autres points en commun par rapport à la vision de la vie, par rapport au partage de la vie, par rapport à beaucoup de points en commun que j'ai commencé à découvrir au fur et à mesure. Voilà.
Within less than 1 year, we met, we got married after 1 month and a half. We did everything in order to to change our life because obviously she had a lot of interest in Algeria, and she had to manage in order to leave the country to come to live with me. And now we are here, happy together, living in Saudi.
C'est un choix que je ne regrette pas du tout, parce que en premier, j'avais beaucoup d'admiration pour lui en tant qu'entraîneur, autant un grand expert dans la spécialité qui est le tir au fusil. Et là, j'ai encore plus d'admiration et d'amour pour lui en tant que mari. Voilà. Et je suis très heureuse d'avoir dit oui sans réfléchir et la première fois.
We are living our life in the best way possible here in Saudi. And now he is joining me he is helping me a lot in my job because she has a great experience in shooting, because she was a part of the national team in Algeria. Then she has a degree in sport, in psychology, in mental training preparation. So my real experience here in Saudi Arabia, it's can be divided in different steps, because when I landed in 2017, Saudi Arabia was completely different than now. And at the beginning, what I found, it was something completely different than my normal life in Europe. Then suddenly, overnight, everything changed. Everything changed, and the change, it has been very, very fast. Now, now Saudi is really a different country to live in, and now I don't feel a big difference between living here in Saudi or in Europe or in US and so on. Now everybody are feeling this change, and what I see every day is everybody are happy about this change, because this change is giving to all of us. My day is always at the shooting range. The shooting range is the place where we train, is the place where we try to build all the expertise, we try to increase the skill, we try to correct. Because being a coach, it doesn't mean only teach techniques, it doesn't mean only correct, but be a coach, it's quite similar to be a father. You have to create a good relation with all the guys, you have to give them support. Sometimes when you shoot, you wait little while shooting. It means that you check with your barrel, with your sight, if you reach the target. But if you wait to release the shot, you are shooting where the target it was and not where it is. When we participate to a competition, we have all of it to deal with our worst enemy. Our worst enemy is the one that we saw every morning in the mirror, and we are not able to say lies to ourselves. So help them to accept that they can fail, in order to push them, in order to do better, in order to avoid to do mistakes. Our sport is not easy. Our sport is a sport that is comprehensive of many different areas, many different things that you have to take care. The health, the sleep, the concentration, the technique. We have not the possibility to repeat. When we do a mistake, the mistake is done. In our sport, you shoot and you hit or you miss the target. And unfortunately, actually, in the World Championship, the possibility to do mistakes is very small. An example, in the last competition, where you have to hit, you have to shoot to 125 targets in order to get the final. The number was 122. It means that 3 mistakes in 125 targets were enough or the limit to achieve the final or not. Because the final is a completely different competition. You start from 0, then instead of shooting 2 shots every target, you start to shoot only 1 shot. So if you feel that the warrior that is inside you is ready to come out. Socializing in Saudi Arabia. At the beginning it was my biggest concern, because when you have to move to a country that you don't know, obviously you don't know what will happen there. Saudis were curious about Italy. As an Italian, I was curious about Saudi. So we started comparing, we started talking, we started discussing as friends about many different things, mainly, obviously, about football, because Saudis are in love of the Italian football. But then we went on many different areas about normal life, about how we spend our free time, what they do, what we do. We started to spend time together and to share our time and trying to try each one to create something different than before. What I can say about my everyday life here in Saudi? You saw something. Every day I spend most of the time at the shooting range. Then when I come back, I relax with my wife, and we start doing what we love. We love go to the swimming pool to swim, because be fit is a part of my job, and it's something that I try to teach my guys. I try to push them every time to take care about themselves. Then I have an amazing dog that helps me to walk kilometers and kilometers every day. And then in order to have fun, me and my wife, we love cooking. My wife is Algerian, I'm Italian. We love to mix our recipes. We love to try, test, to discover. Now we are challenging ourselves, trying to cook the Saudi food. We are not really in love with the TV, with movies and so on. We prefer something more interactive. So we play some table games. My wife loves to play piano, and I love listen to her in this. We we listen a lot of music and we do always together.
Hello and welcome to Riyadh Space Fair. My name is Mansour and I will be your tour guide for today. Welcome.
Hello.
Nice. Thank you so much.
So, now we will start here at King Abdulaziz Technical City.
Well, what a nice drone. Today we went to the space fair and we had a nice time there with a guide that showed us and explained us many things and so on, and we spent a beautiful afternoon.
Here we have some of the things from the mission Apollo 11. Back here we have the rocket, the Saturn V. We have signed photographs for either of Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. Here we have the Fisher space pen. They designed this pen to write in space because back then the normal pens can't actually work in space.
No gravity.
No
so
gravity.
the ink is not able to.
Yeah, so they designed this.
The family life in Saudi is really quite similar to the Italian family life. Our culture is very similar about the relation, the need that we have to spend time with our parents, with our brothers, sisters, cousins. What I discovered that they love arrange parties in order to meet. They find out always a way in order to stay together, and this is exactly what it happens in Italy. Normally in Italy we have one day dedicated in the week. Normally it's Sunday. Sunday for us is the Saturday in Saudi Arabia. It happens always that sometimes at the table we are 10, 15, 20, and we are not talking about marriages. We are talking about normal dinners or normal lunch. But this is our culture. We love stay together. We love share the time together, and for us, what is the family is one of the most important things in our life.
Alors, un petit mot en général pour les gens, si on parle d'amour et de rencontres et tout, moi je veux dire, vaut mieux suivre votre cœur. C'est la première chose qui est réelle, et de ne pas penser aux petits détails. Et en général, pour l'Algérie, oui, l'Algérie c'est mon pays de cœur et mon pays d'amour que je le porterai partout là où je serai. Et une grande pensée à toutes les personnes qui nous aiment et qui nous ont soutenus pour notre relation et qui nous ont encouragés pour être ensemble. Et entre autres ma famille et surtout particulièrement ma mère.
Oui,
Ouais.
c'est vrai.
Et sa maman bien sûr, que j'adore beaucoup, Valérie.
Moi aussi. Her mother is quiet, but at the beginning she was, hey,
La mia
take
figlia
care,
è...
take care. Allora, il messaggio che voglio dare a tutti gli italiani in giro per il mondo e soprattutto nel mio paese, in Italia. L'Arabia Saudita non è quello che pensate, non è quello che leggete sui giornali, è qualcosa di diverso. L'Arabia Saudita è un paese che è cambiato, è un paese che sta cambiando, è un paese che sta diventando molto più vicino a quello che è la nostra Italia. Ovviamente hanno avuto bisogno di tempo, hanno cercato di farlo molto velocemente e ci stanno riuscendo. Quindi qualsiasi tipo di opportunità voi possiate trovare qui in Arabia Saudita, potete accettarla tranquillamente, non dovete avere più nessuna paura. Qui la vita è come da noi.